You know, it's a legit self-defense school when the instructor dressed like a cop and the student dressed like Iron Man. No craphead want to mess with a cop and Iron Man. Maybe I should invest in an Iron Man costume as well. Very good self-defense tactic. What's up guys? Today I'm gonna review the Detroit Urban Survival System. Let's go. Good. Legit contact point. Yeah, like poke the eyes, the ear, the jaw, all of the good stuff. Yeah. I love my finger technique as well. Very handy in many situations. That catch a little bit sloppy. It will collapse if the guy actually swing it. Because when you like this, there's no structure. Just try to press it yourself. You see, it will bend. Even if you tense on the way. It needs to be more than 90 degrees in order to have a decent structure to sustain the force. This is very tricky because if I punch his head, it will fly away, so I cannot just grab his neck, right? But if I just reach and grab his neck, then there would be gap, so the guy would resist because I didn't punch him, I didn't distract. Even if the guy doesn't resist, it's still not a good technique because it's only work same heights, right? If I fight somebody bigger, and most of street fight is like that, you fight somebody bigger, then it doesn't work. Even if you could reach, it's very hard to grab hard because you're bending the wrist, right? When you bend it like this, you cannot, grab very hard. Just try it on the gym room. Like when you see people do low pulley or like high pull, the wrist is always straight, it's never bent like this. Maybe he got a lot of strength, that's why he can pull it off. I'm pretty weak and I'm small, so I don't think I can do that technique. Lift the chin up, twist, and break the alignment. Good. And then keep going back, make the guy off balance. Very good technique. Because he off balance the guys and then he break his structural alignment. So now the guy cannot regain his balance, which make him very easy to control the guy. So this is a very legit technique. Plus, if the guy do something stupid, he can break the guy's neck anytime he wants. So legit. Oh, take the finger through the orbit and then grab it and smack the back of the head to the ground. This guy so violent. So the reason why it works is because when you put pressure on the thumb joint, which is a very weak joint, right? It will, release the lock, right? And this is one of the popular concepts that got used in China and a lot of disarm techniques. So it worked beautifully. It's a great concept. However, this is typical example of, something that you train that got nothing to do with real life scenario. If you ever choke somebody, you want to grab on the guy's neck, right? Which make the contact point is right here, between the thumb and the second finger. So right here, it's not right on the thumb. It's only on the thumb when somebody lay the hand on your shoulder and reach the thumb out. So now the thumb joint is right under your chin. So when you put it down, right, you break the guy's thumb. So that's why the technique works great. However, in real life, people just grab your neck, right? So now the more you press it down, it doesn't work because it's hollow here. And also the way they train it, right? Like, I'm totally fine with doing drill that very slow to refine the techniques, but it must simulate the actual situations. In this case, right, it's so static, like there's no pressure. When somebody try to choke you, they would apply pressure forward toward you so that they would push you backward, right? So their pressure coming this way, right? But in this case, there's no pressure at all. So the guy just laid the hand there. So the difference is when the guy apply pressure this way and then you try to press your chin down, you actually apply more pressure into your trachea, which make you harder to breathe. That's good individual techniques, but not very well designed in a sequence, because this remind me of Mortal Kombat. The guy just stand there and then standing, and then the other guy just pull up his signature move and finish him. realistically speaking, when you punch him, he will fly away. That physics, right? So in order for him to stand there for you to kick his knee, you have to trap his hand or something. And then so when you trap his hand, then okay, now you can fuck his knee, right? But once you collapse his knee, then no support, so the guy will drop to the ground, right? He not just standing there for you to get the thought, right? I mean, those are beautiful individual techniques, but it doesn't work in a sequence like reasonably, in my opinion. Oh, multiple opponent, my favorite. Why why this guy keep attack the instructor's shoulders, and in slow-mo he got hit like 3-4 times already. I mean, if it's me, I wouldn't survive 3-4 hit to the back of the neck in that situation. I mean, if the crackhead just attacked my shoulders, then maybe, but yeah. You know, maybe the guy is strong. I would be dead. Oh, gun defense. Biomechanically speaking, it worked great. He cannot use his left arm since you control his right shoulders. But that draw could happen very fast though. Like 1-2 and then I already draw, right? Let's pretend this is my phone, so I want to draw it, right? So, okay, ready? 1, 2. So fast though, like if the guy coming in, this hand already free, so I just punch him, right? The technique worked great in theory, but I would not trust it to do it in real life because it's so risky. Rifle. Come on, man, like, training this arm rifle could be fun. The technique is good. Yeah, like, for gun is, you know, like a general disarm movement is like just get out of the way, control the gun, and then applying the pressure on the joints and disarm, right? I just don't see a point in training it. Maybe this is for cop and stuff to deal with like terrorists and shit. But if you talk strictly self-defense, if a guy got a rifle and then he decided to rob me, I don't think I should keep doing self-defense. I think what I need right now is another part-time job so that I can move off that neighborhood. It's not worth living there. No self-defense technique gonna help me if my neighbor got a rifle and then he wants to steal my lunch money. The bottom line is, I think the system might work great for the guy, but not great for me. I don't think I fit the system. So yeah, if I have a chance to learn it, I would not pay money to learn it. This system is so heavy on tricks and all of the, you know, vulnerable targets where to press to get you the advantage. However, in my opinion, that's great. Like, you know, attack vulnerable target, got a decent combo, like a decent sequence, and then you know what you're doing. That's great for self-defense. However, for me, it should be an add-on. It should not be what you primarily focus on, right? Like, you have to know like basic fighting skill, like you need to know how to punch, how to kick, how to grappling, so that you can apply this vulnerable target trick. For example, you know how to punch. Now you focus on, you know, growing the eyes, right? Poking the guy's nose, things like that, right? Like going through the throat. It's just the same as a jab, right? And you know, like when you're grappling, then you can start like pointing, pinning, grab the ear. So it's basically grappling, right? So when a style that, you know, like focus primarily on tricks, you need to have a lot of speed and you need to have a lot of accuracy to able to like pull it off. In my opinion, I don't think I'm that strong. I don't think I'm that fast. I don't think I'm that accurate. So it must be a very bold statement, like a very, you know, arrogant to just say that, oh, I'm very fast, I'm gonna pull that off. Like, no, man, like not everybody Bruce Lee. So yeah, and my suggestion is, you know, like don't trash talk the guy at all, because he teach something that he created, right? So martial art is very personal. Maybe this stuff fit him perfectly, and you know, because one man treasures might be another man poisons. Jesse Glover's Bruce Lee first student, and he said it over and over and over. What Bruce did, he can never do it. But whatever Bruce teach him, he take it and then he invented non-classical kung fu, which based on a lot of Jizao. Sin is a judo champion, so he put on his flavor and make the stuff work. But imagine if he just followed JKD, doing eye poke, doing side kick, he not gonna have that kind of speed, because he's a judo guy. Like obviously he's strong, he got good Jizao, but he not good with speed, right? So it depends. So please don't trash talk the guy. Be open-minded and like look at it from like a scientific point of view to see what you can draw out and make your martial art better. And yeah, that's just my 2 cents. So that's it for today's guide. Hope you enjoy it. Let me know in the comment, would you interested me to like do a part 2 of this, or if you have any channel that you would like seek my opinion, my 2 cents most of the time. Yeah, just let me know. Just comment in the comment sections. All right, good to see you guys, man. Hopefully you have a good weekend. See you in the next video.